I am above and not beneath. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am loved by God.
What if I told you life is a beautiful moment, filled with all
Hi, it's your girl Wealthy V, and I'm here today sharing a little bit more information with you about Graves' disease. You guys had a couple of questions, and I feel so grateful because that means you're actually watching my channel. So thank you guys in advance for sharing, liking, subscribing to my channel. Please continue to ask me questions and be involved in the comments because that really helps me out. Okay, so let's get into these questions. I'm not trying to take this, make this take too long, but I do want to answer some of the questions that you guys had for me. So one of the first questions was, is it hereditary? Okay, so from what I found out, no, it's not labeled hereditary because there's no single gene that actually causes it. Whereas it's more so like environmental factors that take place to actually cause it. Some of the environmental issues could be things like pollutants, food, stress, smoking, drinking, putting things in our bodies that we really don't need. Now, if you have a lot of people that have Graves' disease do find that they have other family members that also have it, whether it be on their mama side or their daddy side. But either way, someone in their family may have it, but it's not like, oh, because your mama had it, you gonna have it, or oh, because your daddy had it or your grandmama had it, you definitely gonna have it. No, it's a high chance that you won't even have to deal with it. But I mean, some people do, have links to it through other people that may have had it in their family, but they don't consider it genetic. Is it considered a disability? No, Graves' disease is not considered a disability because they find that through treatment, most people have very high success rates. Can children get Graves' disease? Yes, anyone can get Graves' disease, but people 20 years of age and older have a more chance of getting it, and then your chances increase when you get closer to 40. Is Graves' disease more common in Black people? In comparison to white people, yes. Graves' disease is more common. And so now I want to do a little bit more research because I'm wondering, do we live a certain lifestyle that makes us more prone to the disease? Are some of the foods that we're eating putting us in more of a risk than our white counterparts? And also with white people, in the study that I was reading, it was saying that white people, their diagnosis, they catch it a little quicker than Black people. And again, I want to do some more research on that because it was saying that some of our symptoms go misunderstood. So by the time we figure out what it is, we've had it for a while. So that's something to think about. Let's see. Oh, and then another question I had was, and this was a really good one because this is something that I tend to struggle with a little bit. And it is, what should I be eating? Because sometimes when you're dealing with it, some of the foods that you're eating doesn't make you feel good. So you kind of battle with, well, if I can't eat that, then what should I eat? Okay, well, here are just a couple of tips of some things that you should eat and why. Okay, so Brazil nuts is really high in selenium. So if you eat 1 to 2 Brazil nuts a day, it is said that you will have the amount of selenium that you need to help combat inflammation, and it is really good for detoxification. Another food that you should be eating is green leafy vegetables. That's your kale, your spinach, your romaine, any of your green leafy vegetables, because they are high in vitamin A and vitamin K, and magnesium. And magnesium is so important. Most Americans, with the diets that we have, most Americans are actually magnesium deficient, and we don't know it until we have muscle aches, high blood pressure, can't sleep, slow bowel movements. So it's a couple of things that we have going on in our bodies. Sometimes it can actually be linked to magnesium deficiencies. And Eating these green leafy vegetables is going to help you with your vitamin intake of vitamin A and K and that magnesium. That is so important. Okay, another one is good quality proteins. So good quality proteins will be things like nuts, seeds, beans, lentils, and chicken. You want to eat these things because protein is going to help you just feel more productive and support that thyroid gland. Also, all of the berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries, they are all high in antioxidants and they help to fight inflammation. And the other one that I found was good quality fats, olive oil. Now listen, y'all, I was looking at this, what is this doctor name? I'm gonna find him. His YouTube channel is called, let me look right quick because I really like this man. His name is Motivational Doc. He is the bomb, y'all. Like when I tell y'all, he give you all kind of tips and things that you can do. I'm talking about from stretching to different foods you can eat, when you should be eating them, what type of vitamins you should be taking. Now, I don't know. I just really love this guy. So anyway, he taught me about the olive oil in the morning and then put in like a little bit of lemon juice in it, and it will help like your overall body. So I'm trying that for a while. I get back to you guys to let you know how it's going for me, but it's really tolerable. I thought it was gonna be kind of nasty because I'm like, ugh, who want to take a tablespoon of olive oil in the morning on an empty stomach? Like that sounds like it may not, but no, it ain't bad at all. Like it's very tolerable. So anyway, back to the subject. Cooking with these oils, chia seed, I don't know if I'm saying that right, y'all. Chia, I guess. CIA, those seeds, olive oil, and I think it was coconut oils are high in omega-3 fatty acids. So that's good quality fats. Okay, things you should avoid. And y'all, 9 times out of 10, you know you need to avoid it. 9 times out of 10, you know that it's really not good for you. We just be gonna keep eating it until somebody tell us to stop. Well, I'm telling you now, Wealthy V is telling you now, this is not a part of your wealth. This is definitely going to take you away from your wealth. Eating things like processed foods. Processed foods will be things like fast food, hot dogs. If it come already put together, it's processed. Okay, so you want to be making sure that if you do eat a hamburger, you cook it at home. If you do eat like, I don't know, whatever y'all like to eat, just make sure that it's not already made and prepared, and then all you gotta do is pop it in the oven. Like a corn dog, that is processed food. French fries that come in the bag already and you just gotta drop it in the grease, that is processed food. You do not want to eat that. If you're going to a fast food restaurant and you're getting something outside of a salad or outside of like you know, those little green wraps, like a spinach wrap with like some chicken breast and lettuce and stuff, I think that kind of food is okay. But if you get in like chicken nuggets, or if you're getting like hot wings, I love hot wings, y'all. I really like wings. But anyway, you just want to be careful not to be eating stuff that is already prepared, already like made up, and then you just gotta like quickly cook it. If you gotta quickly cook it and it's already made up, then it's not good for you. You should be eating stuff like fresh fruits, it needs to be fresh, like in a raw form, and then you prepare how you want to prepare. Okay, what else you should be because let me tell you why you don't need those foods, because the processed food is high in trans fat, and that destroys the thyroid and the heart. Okay, and you gotta be careful of that, because when you're dealing with an overactive thyroid, it's already wearing on your heart. You know what I'm saying? Because it's sending off these signals for your heart to work faster and beat faster than it normally would. So you want to kind of stay away from things that's going to stress and wear and tear on your heart. And also, these processed foods have a lot of sodium, which triggers other issues. So let's just be mindful. Okay, just be mindful. That's all. Another thing is high sugar intake. We got to be careful of that. Okay, stuff like cookies and cakes and honey buns. We can't be eating that all the time. We can't eat that all the time. Like, no, you need to really be mindful. Like, this is not good for me. Number one, because Okay, when you eat a high sugar thing, it leads to insulin spikes, and insulin spikes cause inflammation. So you really want to be very, 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 very careful of that. Okay, and let's see, dairy. Dairy was another one. Dairy in itself is just an inflammatory, like, oh my God, it just causes inflammation, and it causes mucus. Like, you really just, I know cheese is good. I love cheese. I love cheese on a lot of stuff, but I cannot eat cheese all the time. Cheese, it just causes mucus, and you can feel the mucus. Like, if I eat a bowl of cereal with milk, I feel mucusy after I eat it, and that is confirmation that I should not be eating that. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna stay away from dairy. We're going to stay away from high sugar. We're going to stay away from processed foods because it has high trans fats. We're also going to stay away from sodas. Y'all, sodas kind of go hand in hand with that high sugar too, because sodas have a lot of sugar in it, and sodas also have a lot of caffeine. We just got to be careful of that, because I love me a good old Pepsi or a good old Coke over some crushed ice. I like that. It tastes good, but it's not good for me. So I have to really just tell myself, okay, do you want to be feeling some kind of way later, or do you want to be living your best life? You got to pick one. You can't do both. Okay, so and also the caffeine, you need to be mindful of the caffeine when you're drinking your coffees, your teas, and your soda, because that caffeine also adds issues when you're dealing with your heart, when you're dealing with hypothyroidism or Graves' disease. You want to be mindful of that, because everything matters, and the thyroid is linked to so many different things in your body that it affects a lot of different things in your body. So if you're putting the wrong stuff in your body, you're gonna know. And was that all of them for the foods that you should not be eating? I think that's it, y'all. Okay, and one more thing that I wanted to share with you guys. I have an amazing coach. Her name is Coach Stormy Wellington, and I love her. She has this affirmation that I like to repeat, and I'm going to share it with you. And I'm going to share it with you because one thing about being the best healthy you that you can be, it starts with your mind. You have to make it up in your mind that everything about you is from God and is pure perfection. Like, everything about you is amazing. You can't walk around in your woe is me mindset and still be healthy. It's not gonna work. Like, it's not gonna work. So sit back in your chair and just listen to this affirmation, and you can say it with me if you know it. Okay. I hear the voice of the Holy Spirit within. I will lead and not follow. I will create and not destroy. I am a force for good. I defy the odds. I set new standards. I am a lender. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am loved by God. I am chosen by God. I am protected by God. No weapons formed against me, Vakira S. Thompson Moore, shall prosper. No weapons formed against me, Vakira S. Thompson Moore, shall prosper. And every tongue that rises up against me in judgment shall be condemned. It's my season. It's my turn. I am healthy. I am happy. I am humble. I am wealthy. I am strong. I am a champion. I will win. I will never be broke another day in my life. I, Vakira S. Thompson Moore, will never be broke another day in my life. And I will live the fullness of life in all that God has for me. Hey, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share. And until next time, love you. Bye.
What if I told you life is a beautiful moment, filled with all